BTS Global News Exclusive. Seoul, October 2025. That morning, the air in Seoul still carried the damp traces of an early rain that had not completely faded. The sky shimmered in silvery gray, and a thin mist clung to the cafe windows in the quiet district of Hanamdong. Outside, the sound of hurried footsteps blended with the hum of morning traffic. No one could have predicted that amid such ordinary scenes, someone long unseen would quietly return. V, or Kim Taehyung of BTS. The news began with a single cryptic post from a local barista who wrote, "I swear I saw someone with a familiar aura running around Hanamdong this morning." But was it really him? No photos, no evidence, just that one sentence. Yet within minutes, the internet exploded. The hashtags V running again and Taehyung spotted shot to the top of Korea's trending list, followed by Where is V, which became #1 worldwide. Taehyung, known for his quiet and mysterious lifestyle since BTS's hiatus, hadn't been seen in public for nearly 2 months. His last confirmed appearance was at a private fashion event in Paris. After that, there were no updates from HYB, no Weverse posts, and even his Instagram, once filled with snapshots of sunsets and his beloved dog, had gone completely silent. So when rumors surfaced that he was running again with his friends, ARMY all over the world seemed to hold their breath. But what made the news even more astonishing was that no one had actually seen him clearly. No photos, no videos, no verified witnesses. Yet the whispers spread too fast to ignore. Some Hanamdong residents claimed to have heard a deep, familiar laugh echoing near a riverside park around 6 a.m. A food delivery driver swore he saw a small group of people running with 2 white dogs ahead of them. I know it was him. I could tell from the way he moved, the way he ran. Even his cap looked exactly like the one he wore in an old BTS Run episode. The man said, visibly trembling. ARMY, as always, went into detective mode. Fan accounts across the globe began analyzing public CCTV footage, sunrise timings, and every hashtag under hashtag #VRunningAgain. Among the flood of theories, one name kept surfacing: Park Seo-joon. Yes, the actor and Taehyung's longtime friend from the famous Wooga Squad. According to reports circulating in online communities, the night before, Seo-joon had briefly posted a photo of running shoes on his Instagram story with the caption, "Let's move again." The post was deleted 20 minutes later, but not before fans saved it. That small clue sparked speculation that Taehyung might have been out running with his Wooga Squad brothers, Park Seo-joon, Choi Woo-sik, Park Hyung-sik, and Peak Boy. For longtime fans, the phrase Taehyung running again with his friends meant more than a simple jog. It was symbolic. Since BTS's debut, Taehyung had always been known as a vibrant, spontaneous soul. Yet in recent years, his life had grown quieter, almost still. As he stepped further away from the spotlight, many worried that the pressures of fame had worn him down. So hearing that he was running again felt like the world's soft sigh of relief, a sign that perhaps he was returning to himself. That HYB Entertainment, of course, did not stay silent for long. Within hours of the rumor spreading, an official statement was released, one that only deepened the mystery. "We cannot confirm our artist's personal activities. We ask for understanding." The short, seemingly harmless sentence stirred a storm online. Fans noted that HYB usually denies false sightings immediately, but this time, they didn't. No denial, no follow-up clarification, just silence. Then, another spark. A morning jogger posted a blurry photo of 5 silhouettes running along the Han River at 6:17 a.m. The sunrise was faint, their faces unseen, but one figure in a gray hoodie and black cap stood out. Fans were certain. The posture, the stride, it had to be Kim Taehyung. Cultural analysts even began dissecting the photo. His movement suggests someone experienced with exercise, but there's something personal in the way he runs, one pop culture expert said. It's not just a workout. It's symbolic, emotional, almost therapeutic. Later that morning, Peak Boy posted a cryptic message on X, formerly Twitter. "Sometimes, you don't realize how much you've missed something until you do it again." The tweet was deleted soon after, but screenshots had already spread like wildfire. Wooga Squad was trending again, and fans couldn't help but wonder, were they finally reunited? That afternoon, Choi Woo-sik was spotted outside a small recording studio in Itaewon. When asked by reporters if he had gone running with Taeyong, he simply smiled, waved, and said nothing. Yet that smile, gentle, knowing, said everything. For ARMY, every detail mattered. Many fans wrote heartfelt posts saying that maybe Taeyong had finally rediscovered a spark he'd lost. Running isn't about distance, it's about moving again, one fan page wrote. Maybe he's learning to breathe again in a world that's too loud, too bright. But soon, the story took another turn. Anonymous insiders claimed that the morning run wasn't merely for health. It was part of preparation for a new Wooga Squad project, possibly a film or documentary about friendship and time. If true, this wouldn't just mark Taeyong's return, it would mark the start of something deeply personal. Foreign media quickly picked up the story. Japanese and European outlets began calling it the silent comeback of V. Some even speculated that he was preparing new music centered on freedom, friendship, and healing. Others claimed he had been writing songs during his quiet months. One reportedly titled, "Again, I Run." Fueling that theory, a fan discovered that an anonymous SoundCloud account had uploaded a soft piano instrumental titled 6 a.m. Han River. When played, the voice layered over the melody sounded hauntingly familiar, gentle, deep, and filled with emotion. Within hours, thousands listened, flooding the comments with tears and messages. "If this is really you, we missed you." Yet through it all, V remained silent. No posts, no denials, no confirmations. Just the sound of quiet footsteps echoing through the early dawn. It was as if he was communicating not with words, but with movement. Not with a performance, but with presence. By nightfall, Hanamdong had turned into a small pilgrimage site for fans. They walked the riverside paths believed to be his route, leaving flowers and small notes taped to benches. "We're glad you're moving again." As the city lights shimmered across the Han River, someone claimed to hear a faint melody of a guitar, a tune that sounded eerily like Sweet Night. But whether it was real or imagined, no one could say for sure. And perhaps that didn't matter, because that day, without a stage, without cameras, without even showing his face, Taeyong did perform. Not for fame, not for applause, but for life itself. He wasn't running away from the world. He was running back into it. And though no one truly saw him, everyone felt him. In that silence, he was present. After all the stillness, all the distance, V had finally returned. With laughter, with friends, with the quiet heartbeat of someone learning to live again. And maybe, in all this mystery, one truth remained. Sometimes, a person doesn't need to be seen to be known. Like that misty soul morning, when V ran again, and the world ran with him. In silence, in longing, in a dawn that felt like hope itself. Would you like me to create the Night Edition English version, continuing this story with what happened that same night between V and the Wooga Squad, told in the same dramatic, cinematic 9,000-word style?